Hi, Kirsten. We're doing a topic on new and upcoming music and bands. What's your favorite band or singer?
The list goes on and on and on. As far as new and upcoming, um, I think the biggest ones for me are the Unknown Culprits, the Piggott Brothers, Monty Pittman, and Vintage Trouble, and Scarlet Cherry and Allison Porter.
What about them makes them stand out against the rest?
I think they're just real. We live in such a time where everything's over processed and everybody's got those weird effects on their voices where they don't actually have to sing and they can just, dance around and they make their voices skip or whatever it is they do. They put filters on whatever. And, all of the people that I just said are really down home, drums, guitar, bass, vocals, stuff that's written. They all write their own stuff that's written from the heart, and stuff that really, really means something. I don't know anyone who's ever said that things like, I can't even think of something, but things like Miley Cyrus actually mean something deep to them, unless you're 10 years old, in which case it's probably your very first foray into the music world, and for that, I am sorry, and it gets better.
What is your favorite song and what does it mean to you?
Oh, you're asking all the hard ones. Again, I guess favorite song depends on the artist. Um, Monty
What are
Pittman.
your top two?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Only top two.
Here we go. Squeak Squeak Goodnight by the Unknown Culprits, just because I think it's hilarious and it's very, very well written. Comedy songs are often complete jokes, and this one is a comedy song, but it's really, really well structured. And probably Outside the Box by Monty Pittman. And that's because honestly, he took me aside at a concert once and told me he thought about me when he was writing it, so it's always meant a lot to me.
What genre are you most drawn to?
I'm a blues girl.
What about blues entices you?
I think again, it just goes back to, I think it's the most um, real form of music. And a lot of people say that it's too simple and it's too repetitive, but for me, blues is all about the lyrics, and I'd rather listen to somebody sing about the ridiculous amount of heartbreak they've been through and know that somebody's been where I'm at if I'm going through something ridiculously, um, I don't want to say bad, but intense, I guess is the idea. Blues has always given me the feeling that, okay, there's someone out there who has been where I am, and if you get into the slower, not so heartbreak stuff, then it's just really badass, and you just feel like a rock and roll star walking down the street listening to it, or sitting in your car listening to it.
What about the music industry has changed over the last 10 years to bring it to the point that it's at now?
You mean a piece of shit? And by a piece of shit music industry, I do mean popular music that's on the radio. The music industry that is on the internet and that is fan driven is great, but the shit that you listen to when you turn on the radio that's not even music to me. What is that? That's processed crap. It's like asking me whether I want like a real block of cheese or like some spray can Cheese Whiz product. Obviously, I want the real cheese. um, so much, when I was a kid in the 90s, we had our processed pop acts, which I liked. I loved Aqua and Backstreet Boys and New Kids and Robin and all those things, but we also had like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Smashing Pumpkins and Garbage and No Doubt, and there was and even the processed stuff had real heart. And stuff now is just like, it's like somebody wrote a textbook on how to write a hit and when to take your clothes off and published it, and now every artist is reading it, and it's just ridiculous. They're all doing the same thing. Nothing is actually controversial anymore. Like, ooh, tits and ass. It's not like I don't have a pair of those and a pair of those, but you don't see me running around singing about it or shoving it in someone's crotch.
What band or singer do you want to see before you die, and why?
Do I want to see before I die? The Black Crowes would be good. David Bowie. As far as indie artists, definitely Vintage Trouble is on my list. Alison Porter's on my list. Um, if I could say, if you had said living or dead, I would have said Elvis Presley, but unfortunately he beat me to it. So yeah, I think Black Crowes and David Bowie and Vintage Trouble and Alison Porter.
If you could spend one day with the band and do anything in the world, where would you go and who would you choose?
I don't know. I would love to follow a band on tour just to kind of live the touring life as a band member as opposed to as a fan who just goes to all the shows in whatever city. I would love to maybe do an on the road blog. Just tour day one, we're driving down the 401 or we're stuck in the Don Valley parking lot, whatever may be happening. I'd love to do that, but as for a specific band, I mean, the easy answer obviously would be Gary Morissette in wherever he ends up in Asia, because he is very, very important to me, and I don't know if a fan is allowed to say this, but I do miss him. I used to see him all the time. I used to, it used to be pretty easy, and I could almost count it like clockwork. It was something to look forward to, and since he left for Asia, it's like, I miss him. I miss having that fun night or those fun nights with the Unknown Culprits or the Sunday Glow or whatever incarnation of band he's got going on.
If you could start your own music group, what would your band name be, and what kind of music would you sing?
I used to be in a band called the Quills, which was a combination of my name, Kirsten, and my guitarist name, Will. And we never really got that far to start writing music together. We just did covers, but we both loved grunge and blues and had country elements because we were from Hicktown, Canada. So I think probably something in that vein. But I always really, really wanted to be in a hard rock band. I always thought it would be cool to front like a heavy metal band, although I have no idea what I would call it if I was in one.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.